Hey everyone, welcome to Matza, Joshua here, and today's video is something a little bit different. It is about these bad boys here, the Røde wireless goes. This is Tech Talk, episode 1, video format. If you've seen on Instagram a few weeks ago, there was a photo and the text version of that. A lot of words. If you didn't read it, I don't blame you. Here's the video version, so you've got no excuse. So yeah, let's get into it. So the wireless goes. These wee yokes are unreal. That's my opinion, they're unreal. That's not going to change, but I'm just going to give you a video to describe why these are great for your church or organization, but for church life, why these are fantastic. I should mention these are the model ones, the version ones. There is a second version, the Wireless Go 2, which are out. I haven't got them yet, I'm thinking about it, but these ones are doing the job for now. Before I get into them, I will tell you how our audio before the wireless goes worked for online church. So we have a few microphones in Vibe. We have this one, I'll try not to make it rustle too much. It's a little Sony yoke. They're fantastic. We used these for the longest time, and as you see, we still do. The audio is quite tinny, I think. It does take a bit of mixing to get the sound good. I hope this sounds good. We have a Røde NTG4 Plus, which is up there somewhere. It's the big long shotgun mic, so for that you need an external recorder. We use a Tascam DR40. We've also got like a wee Zoom H1N, I think it is, just wee small yokes. You can plug a wee lapel mic into it and record straight away. But we've all them there. We tried a lot of them stuff. I thought it's all okay, but we like these wee Sonys. They were pretty good, so we got 2 of them. The Røde will probably need to get a new external recorder because the DR40 doesn't really do it much justice. So it's all a work in progress, but we had a bit of money and we got these boys, and ooh, this changed the game. So with this here, with these microphones, the wee like external recorder mics, all that stuff, you have to use an SD card. So in the editing process, because nothing's live streamed in Vibe, we all do pre-recorded services. I'd be taking the footage from the camera. I would take the SD card from the audio or just plug this into the computer, and then I have to synchronize it through Final Cut. It's like 2 buttons, click, boom, it's done. But that's an extra step in the whole editing process, and you don't really have much time with the editing process, so you want things to be as efficient as possible. So when we got these, biggest benefit of these microphones is it records onto the camera. So it's fantastic. It means there's no audio tracks. Instead of having like internal audio from the camera recording, this is the internal audio. It's so good. So the receiver, you plug that into the receiver, and then this end, I'll just use my GH5 here as an example, into the microphone socket, literally, in it goes, and that's it. Now when you record, as long as it's set up properly on the camera with Blackmagic, this camera here, you have to tweak the audio settings and make sure that it's going from the mic output, not XLR or any of that stuff. But with most cameras, most mirrorless cameras or DSLRs, it will record automatically. So like this, if I turn it on and start recording video, this is going to record straight onto it. This is the microphone part. It's ugly. It's really ugly. You could clip it on like that, but it's not going to look good. So what we do with this here is, well, first of all, there's an output for a mic, so you can plug in a wee lapel mic, and we got one. This is a different video in itself, but I'll quickly show you. Is this here? It's a pin mic. It's also by Røde, but this here goes up through a shirt or material, and it pins through. So there's 3 wee pins on it. It will poke through the material, and then this is the mic part. You pop that on, so all that is visible. You'll see it if you watch Vibe online. If you watch this, you'll see this here. Darryl will have this on them, and it will literally just be like that there. It can be wherever you place it. But this here is so good because it's really sleek. It comes in a grey tip and a red tip, or grey and a black tip, so it can kind of try to match your clothing, but it doesn't stand out too much, and it is very much more subtler than this. When we did use it, we used it as this for a long time, and you would kind of just want to try to clip it in, so this is the only visible side. But that said, we'll forget about this for now. This as it is, wow, the audio that comes out of it is fantastic. If you've been part of the Matza family for any time now, any video we have done on this here has used just this. Like that pin mic was not involved. That's a really recent purchase. It's always been this here. So with the small talk with Calvin Craig in Belfast, there was background noise, there was cars. We were in Belfast as a city. There's a lot, excuse the background noise here, but there's a lot of background noise in Belfast, and this here handled it so nice. You can hear it but it's not painful. So handles it really well. The audio that just comes out of it, even just the raw audio, is it's good. And then if you use Final Cut, I'm not too sure how Premiere goes. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I haven't used Premiere in such a long time. But with Final Cut, if you have a Logic Pro as well, Logic X, if you have Logic installed, a lot of the templates from Logic install into Final Cut audio settings. So you can use like some mad modulation effects and compressors and multi-compressors and single block compressors, all that kind of stuff. So like 2 buttons, 2 clicks, and you can have this sounding like studio quality. Obviously, I don't do that because I am not a sound engineer, nor am I going to get Aaron involved in doing weekly mixing for the church services, but you can do a lot of stuff with it. It can handle a lot of mixing. It is very, very good. A couple of quick features about this as well. The battery's pretty sweet on it. Actually, it can last us upwards like 4 or 5 hours or so of recording time. It's probably more than that actually, to be fair. But if it ever does run low on battery, you can charge it through USB-C and you can record while charging. So if you have this up here, you can, if you want to cable your pastor up, like you could throw a USB-C cable up. But the handy thing is by having one of these wee mics is because this has got some length on it already, if that's going up there, this mic can be down on the ground or down by the waist charging as well. So it does make it pretty handy having one of those wee pin mics. But as I said, different video altogether. So the one downside of having this is if you have more than one person on video. This is when the Røde Go Wireless 2 will come in handy, because instead of one receiver and one microphone, the version 2 has one receiver and 2 microphones, so therefore you can record 2 people at the same time. So as much as we love this thing, we can't use it all the time because sometimes we do have more than one person on camera for announcements and stuff. So this kind of has to be set aside, and that's when we use the Sony's, just so it sounds the same. Not one really nice high quality, the other one not as good quality, but these are still pretty good, don't get me wrong, but it's very different to this altogether. So that would be the one case in which we don't use these, is when we have more than one person on camera. That's something to consider if you are a church or an organization that will always have like maybe 1 or 2 or more people presenting. This is probably not going to be best. This is really, really good if you're just recording one person. A couple examples of how you can use this for your church is the fun part. Because it's so versatile, if you do pre-recorded services, this is what you want, because it will record straight on the camera, it's less odd editing time, all that stuff. If you do live stream, these still work so good. So we record our Wednesday night worship and prayer nights. We don't record, sorry, we live stream it on Zoom. It's just for the church. Well, if you want a link, actually let us know. We'll happily send you a link out. But what I tested this out for a few weeks before we started using the sound desk audio for the Zoom. I just put this on Daryl. I plugged this and the receiver into the 810 Mini and just let this be the audio channel. So all the audio came through this, which was really nice and crisp for live. If you're a bigger church, you could probably like mix between this and like room mics and all that kind of stuff. But we just use this here. It was pretty sweet. Another cool actual way to use these, I just kind of thought of it there now. If you're a church that's not fully online and you're someone in your church and you're like, I want us to kind of go online, or I want to do some creative stuff with the church, pop one of these on the pastor or whoever's speaking and pop it on the blazer, the t-shirt, the shirt, whatever. Pop it on them. They're not going to notice it. If they do say it's annoying, tell them it's for Jesus. What you can do is, if you've got a camera, as I said, this goes into the camera, it'll record straight onto it and run around, capture little bits of the service. You could make like a 15-30 second, like really like a main point of your Sunday service, put that on social media, and you've got really nice crisp audio. If you're doing it freehand, it looks pretty cool. It's like kind of on the go. But yeah, there's so many opportunities with these things. There's so many possibilities with them. Like, it doesn't have to be something like this where I'm sitting and talking to the camera. It doesn't have to be like what we do with our online church with Daryl, just sitting there for like half an hour preaching. You can do so many different things with these here, but I think that's a really cool point. If you do have your in-person services back and you want to start getting some online content, pop that on the pastor. Like, there's nothing to lose really, if you have them anyway. If you don't, get it, because it's so good. It's not sponsored. Røde, sponsor me, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, these are fantastic little ukes Forgot to say how much they are. For the version 1s, you're talking £130, 150 or so euro. For the Model 2s, they are £270, 300 euro. If you're not worried about the 2 people thing and like 2 people in one shot and one audio, the Model 1s are going to do complete justice for the price. You probably get it actually a lot cheaper now since the version 2 came out, and get them on eBay because it'll be cheaper once again. But yeah, these things are unbelievable. The sound quality of them blows my head. I was trying to figure out a way I can use these to record myself, but it's for this video, I mean. But yeah, it's not gonna happen because I need to show you them. But yeah, guys, very quick video. I don't know if I was quick. I could be filming half an hour ago. Who knows? Thanks for watching. This is the Røde Wireless Go mics. I highly recommend them for churches, for organizations, for just content creators. Stuff you can do with them is crazy. The sound quality is crazy. They're wireless, that's crazy. And of course, onto the camera. Crazy. It's not crazy, it's just technology. Guys, thank you so much for joining. We're gonna have so much more content coming up. If you do like this kind of stuff, please share it with your friends, share it with your pastor, with your leaders, with your schoolmates. I don't know, you do you. But please share the word of Matza because it's so fun getting it out there, letting new people experience and see what it's about, get in contact. The churches that we've been already in contact with us have been incredible. Thank you so much. Please send us all your feedback. We love to hear it. But yeah, I think that is all I have to say. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Double tap this video, like it, share it, subscribe, do all that wonderful things. Thanks so much, guys. God bless you all.